guys, welcome back to episode 2 of my Ampz single play series. I'm going to get you caught up on what I've done since. Changed my skin. Not sure if I like it or not, but we'll see what happens. Also, if you look around a little bit, you can see I have changed to a different texture pack. I've actually converted everything over to spats. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, let's get going. Also made a little wheat farm to feed myself and the animals. We'll go fix this up while we're over here. So, got a little farm going on. Brought some animals over, started shearing the sheep so I can continue to make wire. I'm going to go ahead and have a couple babies while we're over here. 2. Cows, sheep. There we go. What are you doing out here? And then, of course, I made a little pen for my chocolate belt. It's a female, so I named it Bella. Brought it over here and got a Chocopedia, so I press on it to stay there. Not much has changed on the inside. Go ahead and gathered a few more resources, made it an AE grinder so I can make up double my resources. Went down there, found a nice mine shaft that I've been pulling out a lot of resources. If you remember from last episode, I died like a big noob right at the very end. So I was able to get all my resources back, like most of them at least. I lost a sword and a few other things. I had died twice trying to get back from the spawn point back into that cave. There's a horde of spider zombies guarding the entrance. So it took a little bit to get back in. But I got everything back. Just been working around here. So kind of our objectives today is we're going to move out of this little hidey hole. I got some area that way that I cleared off a little bit, and we're going to kind of move in over there. I'm going to set up, made a bunch of cobblestone walls to kind of keep the bad guys out as we set up a little bit, get some armor going, and start a little bit of some basic level machines. So that's kind of the agenda for this episode. Looks like it's starting to get dark already. So I'm going to hang out my hidey hole here for just a few more minutes. Sleep through the night, and then we'll go out at first light. I'll make some torches too. Also, while I'm doing this, I want to talk about a few things. Between the last 2 episodes, I went and added 2 more mods. I added chicken chunks from Chicken Bones, and then I also added complex machines, which is another UE. I don't want to say add-on, but a complement to the Universal Electricity package. I'm not really sure why it wasn't not in the Ampz, but it took me a little while to find it, but I added that. Since I don't have Buildcraft installed, there's not really a good way to automate resource gathering. So went ahead and tossed in that complex machines. It does add a quarry type device. It's called the extractor. Here it is right here. So basically you set it down, set what ores you want to dig. It automatically digs diamond, redstone, and coal by default, and then you can add any more, and it just draws off power for ores it scans, and then also you see in the tooltip from 1 megajoule per ore it digs up. So we'll kind of get into that. The recipe's not that hard. Make sure I'm still in recipe mode. So the recipe's not too bad. Diamond pickaxe, some steel, quite a bit of steel, so that's 28 steel, and then a basic circuit. So it's not too bad of a recipe. So we'll get that going in the next few episodes as well. I was able to relieve a zombie of a golden helmet. So we're also going to make some better iron today. I spent quite a while banging this thing to double up some iron. So let's find my gate. I thought I had an axe around here somewhere. Maybe not. Let's get down here. Let's go get into that area that I was talking about. In fact, let me make some of this steel real quick. So we're going to make a enrichment chamber. Recipe is right there. Not too hard of a recipe. We need lots of OZM. 4 steel. Iron redstone for that, I believe. Yep, iron redstone. Okay, so it's not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up 4 steel. So in this version, I missed that. 4 coal round, 1 piece of iron gives you steel dust, and then you just smelt off this to turn it into steel. So we'll go ahead and let that cook. Toss in a couple pieces of wood. I'm not going to use the wood for anything. That's cool, it turns into jungle. Oh well. Whatever. Alright, let's go for a ride, Bella. So I put a little dirt marker over here, kind of where we're going to set up. So I'm just going to set up a little wall all the way around so the zombies don't come in and try to get us while we're working during the night. I'm going to start setting up a factory and power generation room. So right in here, kind of where I was looking at, you can see I've already started doing a little bit of filling in of the dirt. I ran out of dirt. So let's go ahead and start that. I'm just going to spread this out, no real rhyme or reason to it. I just want to be able to be safer while I work out here. So let's just start right here. A couple other things that are going on with the channel. Hotag and I are working. Well, I say we're working. We're having fun with the 1.6.4 mod pack that we made. We just filmed the last couple episodes. We're going to film again in the morning. It's episode 3. We're really enjoying that. We've actually had to spend a good bit of time learning, and it's changed a lot. So if you haven't watched any of that series, definitely check it out. I know we enjoyed putting it together. We've enjoyed playing it so far. Sometimes we say a few choice words when we're referring to Greg Tech, but overall we're having a good time with it. Let's just clear off a little area right here. Like I said, no real rhyme or reason to this. I just want a place where we can set up a little bit without getting hammered on by the mobs during the night. What's this? Breeder seeds. That must be part of the complex machines that I just added like 10 minutes ago. For some reason, I had a hard time finding the complex machines. I don't know if the mod is not being supported anymore or what's going on with that, but I had to. It took me over an hour to actually find it. Couldn't even find a 1.6 version. So very odd. When you go to the Universal Electricity page, it actually says it's the link is down. So I don't know if it's a temporary problem or it's not being supported. So this looks like a good place for a gate. Did I get it? Nope, missed one. There we go. And then we'll expand as we go with this. I just want something we can call relatively secure. I added chicken chunks. The spot loader and the chunk loader. Again, I'm not really sure why that wasn't in this pack. It's usually pretty, for FTB, that's pretty standard mods to put in. So either way, it's in now. Okay, cool. So this is we're gonna call this little area our new home. So let's go back and get some of our stuff. Let's go for rad. Well, a bit for me. Get out of there. Go on, cow. I'm trying to figure out what those breeder seeds do. I'm not sure at all. And we're gonna get some armor too. Probably build a smeltery. Probably between the second and third episode, or next episode, depending on if I can find some clay. Come on, go straight. There we go. Okay, so let's go see. Hopefully our steel's finished cooking, which it is. So let's see what we're going to make. Enrichment chamber. Steel casing. Okay, so let's grind up some of this. Should have done this before the episode. Well, okay. Yeah. There's a little tip. You cannot grind that up. So let's just smelt off 8 pieces. So we can start working. I'll make the enriched alloy, which is iron and redstone. Which we have. Also, we'll make some proper armor. Let's get a chest plate. Oh, not a bucket. Leggings and some boots. I'm gonna leave my gold helmet on for right now. So let's get 16 of this. That's good for right now. So that's 4. So what else are we gonna need? Control circuits. Actually, we need to make a little more than that. So we actually need, yeah, that'll be fine. So it's 4, 4, 8, and then an I. So let's pop another piece of coal in there. And I also got to decide how we're going to power this. I think either a solar panel or I'm thinking this windmill might be a little bit cheaper. Wind turbine. So gold. So let's go 6 gold. How much gold we got? We have 9 gold. Get rid of this. Darken. Okay, guys. So stop the camera. I'm going to craft up a few things and sleep through the night. And I'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay, guys. Welcome back. So I just finished crafting up a little more machines and loaded up all those supplies. So let's go over to the new site. Can't wait to start breeding these. Oh, big hole. So I guess it's getting dark a little bit, but I brought my bed. just put it right here. Well, there we go. All right, so let's get this going. So what I made was an enrichment chamber, a wind turbine, and everything we need to make a smelter. So let's go ahead and plop this down. Let's go in this corner over here. There we go. Looking good. Grab the wire. So where is the output? There we go. We'll put our enrichment chamber. Now, if you haven't used any of the mechanism machines, they are quite loud. Hooks up good. Makes a cool sound with the turbine spinning. Alright, there we go. So that's already got full power. We're generating. Cool. So that turbine's able to actually have a net gain even running this machine. So that'll be perfect. We'll toss this down. This side should hook this up. You may ask yourself, why am I not using coal or charcoal? Or I'm actually saving the coal since coal is the only way to make steel. So I'm gonna say that. I guess I could make some charcoal, but that's fine. What we're gonna need is 4 more of these, so we need 8 more. So that we can throw down a smelter right away. That way we can just leave this and let it run while we're working on other projects. And of course we can expand this. These are very cheap. I can throw this another second one of those up very quickly. As soon as we get 8, we'll work on that. So I'm just going to toss everything down right there. Really don't need this anymore, but just want it out of the inventory. There you place more. There we go. Make a few more chests, so it's going our gear in. And I left the gate. So unfortunately, since we don't have Buildcraft installed, at this point there's no real way to automate importing and exporting these materials to be done by hand until we get a little bit further and we can get an AE system up and applied in logistics up and going. But that's okay. Okay, so we have our 8, so let's make this melt. 1, 2, glass. Ooh. Well, it's okay. They're beach. You can see even from this distance, you can barely hear it. So they're not a quiet machine. So that's why I'm gonna make myself a more of like a factory that's separate from everything else. Kind of cut down on the noise a little bit. That's 14. We'll do 16. Okay, so let's toss this in here. Get a couple pieces of glass, and we should be good. Get everything else. Got some cobble. Where's my cobble at? There we go. Some cobblestone on me. Just one. I like using this back texture. I think it kind of spices things up a little bit compared to using vanilla textures. I'm using faithful in the 1.6.4 pack when you use specs in this, and I'm just using vanilla textures in the other server that I play on. So I've got a little bit of everything right now. There's our enrichment chamber. Now we can start taking things out of here. Let that work. Let's see if we still have. We still are having a net gain, which is excellent. So that these two machines. Awesome. Okay, great. Let's offload some of that stuff. Clean my inventory a little bit. Excellent. Glad this is working well. Alright, so we finished that. Pick up more. Just do a little time check, see where we're at. 21 minutes. Okay, cool. So let's work on making ourselves a little shack that we can have for our ore processing and machine room. Throw up a quick structure real quick, and then we're going to come back and make it look pretty a little bit later. I definitely want to get some automated ore processing going as soon as possible, since we don't really have a good way to get it right now. Thing is we need to go looking for steel, or I'm sorry, looking for iron and looking for coal. Mainly coal. Coal's the biggest issue. And we can always just reset that and move that up a little bit higher, or we can switch to another type of power generation. Cool thing about mechanism, if you're not familiar with it, switch to mechanism. There's several different ways to get power. So we have hydrogen generator, which works in conjunction with electrolytic separator, biogenerator, which works basically takes biomatter or biomass, what do they call it? Biofuel. Biofuel is easy to make. Just put any kind of organic material in a crusher and crush it down. That's a good way to generate power. Of course, you got some solar panels. We made that wind turbine, heat generator. Pretty easy one to make, but pretty cheap too. And then with the complex machines, we have a new one that is an ocean generator. It's a little bit more expensive, so it takes 3 elite circuits. Each of those takes 2 advanced circuits, which is a diamond apiece. So you're looking at a pretty good investment from that ocean generator, but from what I understand, it puts out some pretty decent power. So there's several different ways to generate power in the UE mod. Of course, that doesn't even count getting into the nuclear fission and fusion reactors, which we will eventually get into that as well. So looks like everything's done processing. We'll just switch these. So these machines right here. These are basically tier 1, tier 0 machines. As you get a bit more advanced, you can get into what's called factories. So this is called, so let's start with low. So you have a basic factory, so a basic factory for smelting, an advanced factory for smelting, and then an elite factory for smelting. Then it starts all over for enriching as well. And basically, smelting is your equivalent to your furnace. Your enriching is equivalent to your macerator from IC2, and then several different tiers of that, and then your crusher, which is kind of unique to this mod. So you can upgrade these. So first thing we'll kind of get right into is the basic factory. In fact, I should have just saved some of that gold dust. grab. We'll send one more through. So we're going to keep actually 2 pieces of gold dust behind so we can go right into a basic. So you just take the energized. Wait, that's not what I want. I want the enricher. That's what I want. So basically, we'll take that enrichment chamber, put some gold dust, and make some more circuits, and then we'll go right into this. So since this enrichment chamber is a single slot, when you go into your basic, you go right into three slots. So you can not only upgrade your amount of ore it processes at one time, you can see these little slots right in here. You can make upgrades, which are very cheap as well, and they stack. Oh, the texture's changed. There it is. So again, very cheap, and those do stack. So that's a speed upgrade, just makes it run a little faster. Energy, it can store more power. And there should be one that does both at the same time. I'll have to look that up. So you can see these pretty cool machines. You can see that it's a lot different in ways than normal Buildcraft or IC2. So we'll just save that gold dust. Keep on processing our power. Cool thing about this runs continuous 24/7, unlike solar where you're going to, of course, lose power at night. So I chose this because it's not only cheap, puts out good power, and we're not going to have to worry about losing power anytime at night. So you can see it's actually maxed out with its internal buffer. Let's keep on, well, not on time. Shift click. So we'll see what else needs to be processed. Uranium, lead ore. So let's go ahead and process this 10. It's still manual process right now, but we'll fix that very soon. But again, I said I was going to throw up a structure, so let's get back on that. Let's go in here. Looks like I'm going to have to go pick up some dirt. And you should not be in here. See ya. Cool thing about these smelters, it does act just like a regular furnace. So you can cook your beef in it as well. Get a little snack. And I broke my iron picks between the breaks. So we'll call this our first little machine room right in here. Not going to do that below. Should have just waited to place them down, but that's okay. Awesome. That's pretty good for a beginning machine area. Of course, we've still got plenty of room to expand. Also another cool, let's see if this goes, nope, not this one. But an interesting thing about this mechanism pack, let's go to this Molotov. Definitely increases the mobs, the hostile mobs' chance of spawning with armor. So killed a lot of zombies wearing glowstone and obsidian armor and lapis armor. Somehow they always seem to get a helmet, so they're creeping around during the daytime, not burning up. Good. There you go. See ya. Alright, so we're going to call that. So I'll get some dirt to fill in this right here, and then we'll kind of make a little structure out of this and call it our first little machine room. Let me go and get some dirt. Shovel's almost dead. Yeah, real quick. Oh, it is not. It's not trying to shovel. make one of these. Nope, not that. Yeah, let's make one of these. Why not? Never used one of these. Let's go ahead and get some dirt. Where's the door? Over here. We'll just smooth this out. That's not bad. That's a decent speed. So as I work on this a little bit, let me close off and saying thanks for joining me in this episode. I look forward for episode 3 coming in the next few days. Next episode we'll probably get into maybe visiting the nether, getting some more machines set up, get things a little bit more automated, start working on a little bit better structures, start moving some of the farm and some of the animals over. We'll have to run back over there to pick up anything we need. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my videos. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch for updates to what's going on with me and what's going on with the channel. Also, keep in touch with Hotag. His information's on there as well. We probably will be streaming over the next few days. So again, thanks for joining. See you next time. See ya.